There were a lot of questions about like how can we like bring more people into this kind of work? How do we like pass along this intuition of weaving, and how do we create more weavers and create access for people to do that kind of work, but also be a place where we can immerse people who have no real knowing of what even weaving is, but also just like people who want to get a taste of doing regenerative work, because it feels like, especially like among all my friends, there's some work that feels right and there's some work that just doesn't feel right. Like people have a knack for wanting to do like social impact stuff, but then there's an access problem. There's not really like a place for people to go and do that and then also make money to sustain themselves. So besides volunteering, there's not really a way of life that exists for people to live regeneratively and have that sense of security that the dunya gives you at the moment. So in having those kinds of conversations with Harjeet, it was just really apparent that we needed to create pathways that provided that kind of access and support system to people who didn't have it. Because people are motivated. There's just not a very clear way for people to get involved. And at the core of it is that kind of belonging with each other, belonging with the landscape. So it has to start with a place. And that concept of sacred sanctuaries is born. That would be the place where this kind of work and the weaving flows through, but it also becomes a place for people to come, get immersed into the work, learn the ways of weaving, but also just learn how to become like a part of the complex web of life that exists, teach them how to see it,
Hmm.
just a whole web of things that could happen. And then also at the same time, like create sustainable financing model for these things to operate, and not really like as a business, but as a place for people to come and find that sense of security, because otherwise they wouldn't come if they don't feel that support that they need.
Yeah.
That's how sacred sanctuaries came about, but it continues to evolve to this day. And
Sure.
we that the core of it is still just we need what we're calling like the sanctuary stewards, in a sense, the real champions of the community like Harjeet, who are the ones that are being the mentors for these rangers, who we're calling like the people to come and have that experience at a sanctuary and become a part of the work that is happening, get immersed in it, and find a way to contribute. Because without the sanctuary stewards, it wouldn't happen. You could have a place, but you don't have the person to connect the place with the people.